Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. I have just two quick stories that I did a little research on, and I want to share that with you. The first is quite interesting. It's about Jay Clayton. So he's going to go over to the Apollo Global Management Group, and he'll be the lead independent director. And as I did the research, it really reminded me that, wow, I will never forget a dinner I had in Santa Monica more than 20 years ago with someone who just looked me right in the eye and said, if you ever really want to know who a person is, just look at the company they keep. I'll never forget that. And that is what came to mind as I did the research here. So this company, Apollo Global Management Group, was founded by three guys. And we're going to look at those three guys because they have a very colorful history. The first person is the founder, Leon Black. He's been able to really build a successful business with 15 global offices and total assets under management of $455 billion. 60% of the investors do come from North America. But as you can see in this article that came out from Bloomberg just on January 26th, he stepped down as the CEO. He will continue to be the chairman, but the reason why he did is because of the $158 million that was discovered he had been paying Epstein. And he claims that this was just Epstein helping him with his tax, but still, there's a lot of questions as to what exactly these services were, especially since he had visited his multiple homes around the world. So along with Mr. Black, there is the co-founder Joshua Harris, and he found himself in really one of the biggest reports coming out of the White House a couple of years ago when it was revealed he was advising Jared Kushner. He had loaned Jared $134 million, which put up some red flags for the SEC, and they began to investigate. But then suddenly the investigation was dropped, and that raised even more eyebrows. The third co-founder is Mark Rowan. And Mark, who was, in lockstep with these other two, they worked together at the investment bank Drexel Burnham Lambert. They were in the merger and acquisition division, but of course, this investment bank went bankrupt. They were forced into bankruptcy because of the junk bond turmoil, and it was really due to their involvement in illegal activities that was led by Michael Milken. So there's an old proverb, and that old proverb was first recorded back in 1573. If you goeth to bed with dogs, you'll get up with fleas. What that means simply is you should be really careful with the company you keep. All right, let's move on to something that's a little bit more fun. This was a tweet that I woke up to this morning. It is Caitlin Long's tweet where she is welcoming Ripple to Wyoming. Yeah, she's pretty famous now, being the CEO of the digital bank Avanti Bank and Trust, and she is just sharp as a tack. One of the women who are the leading brains in this space, along with Kathy Woods and Lynn Alden, in my opinion. So I just can't get enough of what they all have to say, almost nearly on everything they comment on. They're really, so tuned in and very much visionaries of modern day business. Well, she welcomes Ripple to Wyoming and includes this Secretary of State filing with the new company name, Ripple Markets. And I'm guessing the WY is Wyoming, LLC. So with the date, interestingly, of November 2nd, 2020. So that filing date was well before the SEC complaint broke. And with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, I sent out a fun tweet earlier where I congratulated Ripple and said that if they want to blend in and sound like a local, they're going to have to work on these vocabularies. So gully washer means a heavy rain in the Wyoming dialect. Greenies refers to the Colorado residents. So I guess we can call Cardano's Charles Huskinson a greenie. I think that's okay. And then there's Buckle Bunny, which is someone who likes cowboys. Yeah, and I immediately thought of Crypto Cowboy. Oh, Crypto Cowboy, if you do go to Wyoming, you are going to be so popular. And the reason why I say that is because here is Greg DeWitt sporting some very handsome cowboy boots when he was in Texas. And I've always wondered, as he is the product of the head of product at Ripple now, I always wondered, though, on his Twitter header, if this was him back in his rodeo days, because that's quite a shot. I should just ask him sometime. So let's go back to this Ripple Markets Wyoming LLC. It's interesting. You can see the registered address is, of course, got the Montgomery Street, San Francisco address. The organizer is Caroline Bergonio, and she is Ripple's senior corporate paralegal. She's been with the company for about 1 year and 8 months. And then you see this agent name. Okay, the agent name is Corporation Service Company, located at 1821 Logan Avenue, Cheyenne, Wyoming, 82001. Well, if you take a look at Google, and I'm going to take you from an aerial shot first of 821 Logan Avenue, Cheyenne, Wyoming, 82001. It's in a commercial zone. It's on an 8,200 square foot lot. It has a 3,600 square foot building on it. The building, which is this portion here, is actually a home that was built in 1943. And the whole property has a tax assessment of just $31,352. So, yeah, I would say it looks a little bit simple. And if we go from street view, well, I'll let you fill in the description in the comments section. I don't know what to say, but that, of course, just got me going even further on what the heck is this? So there are more than 200 U.S. companies that use the 1821 Logan, Cheyenne, Wyoming 82001 address. Yeah, more than 200. Well, what could that be? Actually, it's not so mysterious. When doing business in Wyoming, you need to have a valid legal address within the state where you receive legal documents, including, your government notifications. And so you use a Wyoming registered agent. Not that strange. And in Wyoming, wow, there's more than 365 registered agent services. And when you search on that particular address, which is the 1801 Logan Avenue, it comes back to a Curtis B. Buckhammer. He's registered to that physical address. And when we look at who that is definitely Curtis Buckhammer here with Buckhammer and Ward PC. They are a law firm, and they use that building as their physical address. And they also have a corporation service company. So you can see there's their address there. And the corporation service company is at 1821 Logan Avenue. And this is a service company that handles all your business needs when it comes to your documents. They need to arrive at a physical address. What a business. It's like a high-paid mailbox. You can receive lots of people's mail who want to have a physical legal address in the state of Wyoming. Yeah, I just, you know, you always are learning so much when you do these kinds of deep dives. So my research also found me reading the classifieds of the local paper. I like to look at the miscellaneous for sale, what people are buying and trading, the legal notices, garage sales, business opportunities. Yeah, it tells you a lot about an area. I think if you're ever going to move somewhere and you weren't sure about the place you were moving to, reading the classifieds gives you a very good indication, at least for the United States, of what that area is. But what I really found is, hey, look at this. Look at this. This is so rare. These are Tamascan pups for sale. Puppies. And you might think I'm just only a cat person, but that's not so. Before moving to Tokyo, I always had dogs. And even once I had 2 Dobermans at the same time. My brother today raises hounds, and my grandfather was famous for having champion Vizslas. So I am a dog person, but the Tamascan, I know that breed is super, super rare outside of Finland. And I thought that was super interesting that somebody has that breed for sale there. They're kind of a cousin to the German Shepherd, highly intelligent, thought to be mixed with the Siberian Husky and the Alaskan Malamute. So I thought, well, okay, that's going to lead me into some really good fluff today. There is a very rare breed here in Japan called the Tosa Ken. This is a dog that is like a Mastiff, and it's in the Shikoku region, which is way south. It's an island that faces the Pacific, and they have this big dog called the Tosa Ken, and yeah, it has kind of a reputation. In fact, I think there's a few countries that even ban this dog because of the reputation that it has. But maybe the one that's most well known from Japan is the Shiba Inu. And the Shiba is the dog meme for Dogecoin. But also, too, if you don't know, there's the standard size Shiba, and then there is the Mame Shiba. Mame means bean, and it is like half the size. They are just adorable because they always are looking like a puppy. And there's a famous Instagram by this one Mame Shiba with the name of RiRi, and RiRi has 56,000 followers. Yeah, 56.8 thousand followers. And the person who cares for RiRi is doing a fantastic job at getting the most adorable dog shots. Look at this. This is just funny. Look at this. This is visiting some shrine somewhere, and they're all dressed up in their fancy kimonos. So funny. I'm going to put a link to the Instagram page in the description below because it's really an adorable collection of this dog. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.